Hebrew Israelites. We come in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as America, the USA. All right? And to wake up the people on the sign, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, to their true nationality, because right now they're being called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and Seminole Indians. All right? To get you to repent. All right? Wake up to your nationality, your true nationality, repent, acknowledge your offense, and then pray for forgiveness. Come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, and be a part of this body. All right? The hopeful elect. All right? So, first and foremost, and as always, all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Kodash. All right, double honors to the elders of GMS, the elder apostles, including the elders that came before them, that taught us this truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the house of David. All right, so we're gonna go from where we are right now at this point. Okay, where we are, according to the news, according to us watching, because we're watchmen. All right. We are the real news reporters, all right? And what we do is we filter the current events and the news, the real news, through the scriptures, let you know where we're at and where this thing is going, all right? So with that, we're just gonna be precept upon precept, you know, until we get to the chariots, right? Which is our saving grace. You can ask any Christian what it means to be saved, and he don't have an answer. All right? But we have the answers. All right? We're ready to give an answer to any man that asked for our hope and our faith while we have hope and faithfulness. So right now we're being the watchman on the wall, as we've been commanded to do, all right? To warn the people, all right? To go out into the highways and the hedges and lift up your voice like a trumpet. We're blowing a trumpet right now, all right? This is 2nd Ezra, the Apocrypha. 2nd Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Fucking devil was behind me last week. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's talking about Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is coming back to set the world in order, all right, in his order, because he's all about order, all right? The Most High is known as the Ancient of Days. His Son is known as the beginning and the end, all right, the first and the last. That's all order. The Most High has no beginning and end. His Son is the beginning and the end, all right, whom he entrusted and set up to do everything for him, which is order, all right? And that has to do with age, all right? And one day when you wake up and understand that age is a part of order, That's why you have respect for your elders, no matter what. All right? Because it pleases the Most High, if you didn't know. All right, so this is 2nd Ezra 9:2, or 9:3, Salakia. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Okay? And there's that time. There's that order. The beginning, the end from the beginning is still ordered. All right? All right? All right, so that's it on that. That's what we're doing out here. We're measuring the time. We're going to let you know what is going on, what to expect, how to make it through, how to endure through the end of Jacob's trouble. All right? Because we're out here. One of the signs, okay, is that we're out here doing what the Most High told us to do. Before the Most High destroys any kingdom, and when I say the Most High, I mean Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? He sends his prophets out to warn the people. Like Noah, when the Most High was about to destroy the antediluvian world, all right? He sent Noah out to warn the people, and he warned the people, and of course the people didn't want to listen. They didn't believe Noah. All right? Same thing that we got today. All right? Here it is. The Most High is about to destroy this place, and people are playing games as though it's some kind of game. All right? And it ain't no game. All right? We're so close to the end right now. Those that fear the Lord ain't playing no games. All right? With their life. You're playing a game with your life is what you're doing. All right? The book of Ecclesiastes, because what we have to first do is establish time, and then we'll get into Jacob's trouble. What are we doing? We're watching. We're watching the time. We're measuring the time diligently. All right? And we're going to slow walk it for those that need to be slow walked. All right? This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. All right? Jump down to 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Jump down to 11. He hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he hath set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that the Most High maketh from the beginning to the end. All right? So, the Most High revealeth his secrets to his servants, the prophets. We're the ones that understand precept upon precept, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of this book. All right, so we're qualified to let you know. All right? We were ordained to come out here and speak this truth. Right? And we all have our portion. Some of us have a great portion. Some of us smaller, all right? However you want to describe it, but it's all one body, all right? So this is the time, right? How do we know what time we're in? Because first the prophets are out here, right, doing the work relentlessly, okay, making their body a living sacrifice, right? And that thing is growing in everybody's face, all right? And it can't be stopped, all right, because it's the Most High's program. So that's one thing that you can look at to measure the time, all right? Which is what we're out here doing. We're out here letting you know what's going to happen next and what manner what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness. All right? Because the time is short. All right? Things are moving much faster than they were 10 years ago. All right? We're in the time of great judgment right now, if you can't see that. The book of Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I've made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked man from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet, if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. All right? So this is what we're out here doing. All right? We're trying to ensure that our names are written in the book of life. All right? We're out here performing our reasonable sacrifice. All right? Our reasonable duty. Paraphrasing. All right? This is 1 Thessalonians 5:6. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us, who are of the day, be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. All right? So here we are, we're awake. We're out here. We're performing our reasonable service. Okay? We're out here lifting up our voice like a trumpet. We're posting videos. All right? And have been. All right? Because we know how close this thing is. Now is not the time to be falling back to sleep, falling out, letting a man take your crown. All right? No. No. Okay? This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right? What? These prophecies are jumping on hard right now. Okay? There's so much going on in World War III right now that you can clearly see how close we are to the end of this thing. All right? The least of the flock is damn near in full war mode with Iran. All right? So as far as wars and rumors of war go, and that word rumor goes back to report, all right? Hey, the report is heavy right now. The report is every day right now. Oh, Iran fired missiles and rockets. Oh, Iran is chasing down Babylon the Great's warships, right? Oh, Iran is firing and blowing up cargo ships, all right, or shooting missiles into on Dimona, all right? And that's the Most High punishing them Israelites that tried to run over there and hide. All right. So we're watching this thing. All right, and we're reporting. We're giving you the update. Sometimes the updates are coming so quick now that the haters are going to accuse you. Oh, well, you're doing the same thing over. Well, you got to do the same. The same scriptures got to come out. You should know that by now. Book of Isaiah 21 and 8. And he cried, a lion. My Lord, I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime. I am set in my ward whole nights. That means I haven't left my post. Okay? I'm posted up. All right? Same spot. I'm still here. When the old timers see me, they say, hey, you still here. Nobody else is still here. Okay? Going back to 2009. All right? When there was many people, right across the street, on the mall, you'd have to wait your turn. That doesn't even happen no more. You don't see the Christians out there no more. You don't, I mean, you got some little poop butts around in this area right here, right? that come out and you know that they're full of shit. But the way it was in '09, it's not like that anymore. Okay? But the point is we're standing on our, haven't left our post. Okay? And I won't be leaving my post, no matter what you do to try to get me to stop. All right? We have instructions. The instructions are here. All right? It's on you if you ain't adhering to them. All right? I am set in my ward whole nights. I haven't left my post. And behold, here cometh a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her gods, Salakia, he hath broken unto the ground. All right, so we're coming upon that time right now. All right, Babylon is falling in our face right now. Okay, and we're watching, and we're excited about that. We're excited to see the downfall of our enemy. All right. This is Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. All right? Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. We're begging the Most High. We're hastening. All right? This is the year of the hastening of the coming of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. All right? We're giving him no rest. Every day. The truth is every day now. All right? You post a video every day now. Whether it be a camp video, whether it be a lesson. All right? It's every day. And the only way you can do that is if the Most High got the Spirit on you to do it. For the record. This is Isaiah 52:8. Thy watchmen shall lift up the voice, with the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when the Lord shall bring again Zion. Break forth into joy, sing together, ye waste places of Jerusalem. For the Lord hath comforted his people, He hath redeemed Jerusalem. He hath made bare his holy arm in the eyes of all the nations. And all the ends of the earth shall see the salvation of our power. All right? So, hey, we're doing this work that comes about, and not that the Most High needs us to do any of this. That's just how he set it up. All right? All right, so as far as the watchmen go, here we are. We're doing our thing. The book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah 6 and 17. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. All right? Like we're out here blowing the trumpet. We're lifting up our voice like a trumpet. We're telling the people of their transgressions. We're letting these people know who they actually are. All right? You got Jake out here still thinking that you're a slave, that somehow speaking Spanish is something to be proud of, speaking English is something to be proud of. You don't know the name of the Most High and His Son. All right? Who are you going to call on in that day? You got scoffers out here. This is 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand, all right? And what is the end of all things? All right? The end of Esau's world and the beginning of it that followeth, all right? That's why Jacob's hand was holding fast to Esau's heel, because we're at that part in the book right now. All right, we're actually doing the physical pulling down right now. There was a time, like the pull-up summer, right? Is this going to be the pull-up summer of Jake, right? You got Edomites doing what they've been doing for years, pushing Jake around because they got the numbers, right? But then suddenly, it's a swarm of Jakes around your in your neighborhood that pulled up to the path, pulled up to the house, and telling you to come out and explain yourself. When has that ever happened? All right. Well, that goes into Judah's hand will be in the neck of his enemy. All right? That goes into Jacob tugging on Esau's heel, pulling him out of his rulership. Okay, we're watching the downfall of our enemy right now. And nobody can bring it to an end. Again, 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. Okay, there's that word watch again. So we're dealing with the watchman. All right? First, watch for what? Watch for the signs. The signs of the end. What? The end of all things is at hand, meaning it's not the end yet, but it's at hand. And then there's additional instructions, okay? Watch, be sober, because we're at the end. And what else? 1 Peter 4 and 8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. Hey, we're so close to the end now. You don't see the instruction? Above all, wait. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves. Some people don't understand that we're at the end. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another as good stewards of the manifold grace of the Most High. All right, let's move on. There's instruction in here. Fools hate instruction. This is the book of Mark 13 and 29. So ye in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, what things? These signs, these prophecies. All right? They're speaking now. Now's not the time to be backbiting and fighting among yourselves. Now's the time to be out here doing this work. So, if you catch yourself out there, all right, doing the same things that you've been doing for years now is not the time for that. Now's the time to be focused, having your eyes single on this work. So in like manner, when you shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the door. Okay? It's very close right now. All right? This is where your focus should be. Backbiting shouldn't be your focus right now. But fervent charity. All right, so now we're going to go into Jacob's trouble. Where we were. So now that we have established what we are to be doing out here, we're supposed to be watching and warning the people, especially now, because you should know by now, by the signs, if you're sober, that, hey, what are the additional instructions? All right? Got instructions out here. This is Jeremiah 30:7. We start at I'm going to start at 5. Jeremiah 30:5. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. All right? And if you don't understand the time that we're in right now, okay? You got Jake pulling up. You got Esau going overboard, shooting Jake in the back. You got the propaganda machine, the television, and social media on edge, bumping straight heads. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you look. All right? And the time that is coming this summer is where you can't walk down the street. You're going to be walking, and you're really going to be watching them, because the time is turbulent. It's not safe out here anymore. And it's progressively going to get worse, exponentially, to where you're not even going to want to walk down the street. You got people right now talking about, I got to get out of the house. I want to do my own thing. I don't want no mask and all of that. There's going to come a time where you're not even going to want to leave the house. It's going to be so dangerous. And you're not going to know who to trust. All right? The police are dwindling. They're quitting in droves. They're putting the badge down because they can't shoot Jake in the back no more, willy-nilly, and get away with it. Everything is showing that we're at the end here. And the closer we get to the end, chaos. Chaos is going to ensue. All right? It's Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail? Hey, you're not going to want to walk down the street, because you're going to have crazy ass Jake looking at you. Like right now, used to be in the 70s and the 60s, when you would walk by a brother, you would give him that knowing look, and there was a brotherly love there, just because you were so-called black. All right? And then that thing to what we have today, that's completely gone. You can't even look in the direction of a Negro, because he's gonna think that you're challenging him. If you wave your hand, he thinks you threw up a gang sign. What sets you from? Nigga shit is what rules the day now. And it wasn't like that in the 60s. It wasn't like that in the early 70s. It's like that now. It's way like that. It's nothing but that. You can't even, that's now. All right? So when you got that combined with the devil hunting you, okay? Because he knows he's going to be hunted. He ain't gonna trust that Jake walking down the street. He gonna go the other way. He's gonna walk across the street like an old Edomite woman, clutching her purse. It's telling you right here. Again, this is Jeremiah 30:6. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness, meaning shock and horror. You'll be scared in that day if you don't take heed and follow instruction. Because the only thing that can save you through the valley of the shadow of death is the straight path, the straight way. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. This is a time that we're coming into that is unlike any other time, nor ever shall be. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he meaning the elect, all right, the house of David, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and the strangers shall no more serve themselves of him, but they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise up. Going into the house of David. But hey, you got to make it through the troubles first, which is what they call it in Ireland, the troubles, right? Well, the troubles are starting now. Okay, not Edomite against Edomite crime, but the Jacob's trouble. Okay, and a bunch of those so-called Irish over there are Jakes, but they ain't claiming to be us. That's nation. That's Satan versus Satan over there. And here comes Satan right now. Look at Satan walk right into the picture. Go ahead, Satan.
My name
is Satan.
My name is
Hashatan.
Simeon the
Hashatan.
Nigger. Simeon the Nigger.
Right, you are a nigger. There you go. You the new niggers. Okay, you see what's going on in the world, right? What's going on?
Huh?
You don't see this race war building right now? Come on. You don't see it? What's going on right now?
Well, there's some of that. Anti-Semitism is building again.
What is anti-Semitism?
Huh? That's the same as the misuse of the word nigger, which, well, Simeon the Nigger is the way it's pronounced.
Okay, well, wait. Where does the word Semite come from?
Oh, now you're getting tricked.
Well, there's
No,
an answer.
It's
right? Noah had 3 sons. What were their names?
Okay, Simeon.
Not Simeon. You got Ham, Shem,
Yeah.
and Japheth, right?
Yeah.
The word Semite is actually Shemite.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Well, now you're learning. That's why we're out here.
Okay.
We're out here breaking it down. Now, meaning
I'm
this.
feeling darker with that, though.
Well, right, you're feeling like a real nigga now. Listen, when the people that came out of Noah's son's Ham are Hamitic, who they call the Africans, okay? The Egyptians, the Philistines, you understand?
Yeah.
These are the people that came out of Ham. If I'm not mistaken, the Philistines, who now call themselves the Palestinians. Canaan. These are the sons of Ham, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you got the sons of Shem, which is where the term Semitic. They left out the H, but it's actually Shemitic, meaning you descend from Noah's son Shem. Now, there's a lot of Shemites. You understand? So whoever's a Shemite,
Who was Kite the son of?
Kike, Amalekite. Okay, who are the Amalekites?
That's the
What they call, that's what they call, okay, now why do they call them that? Who was Amalek?
I think it was really
Amalek is a Shemite,
okay.
but he's the son of Esau. He's one of Esau's sons. Okay? So those people, the Amalekite, well, why they call them kikes, right?
I need to.
That's
get-
actually exposing
if
who
you
they
talk
actually.
in this direction, maybe I can see what I'm doing here.
Okay. So my point is this: there are many Semitic people or Shemitic people, not just the people that are calling themselves the Jews. You understand? So now you got Hamites who are Africans, right? Then you got Shemites who look like what was Moses? What was his nationality? Come on now, the Exodus. Moses.
An exercise?
Who did Moses deliver out of ancient Egypt?
Who I was trying to find the picture of, but I can't remember the link, was I've been to Israel 4 times, and one of the trips for 10 days, my roommate and friend was a bigger, taller than you, who is a pastor down there, up there, I don't know, it's Church Folder.
And he's not saying that he's an Israelite?
Huh?
He's not saying he's an Israelite?
Oh no, anyway, we had a lot of fun.
Okay, now watch, let me show you this, okay? This is a statue.
I'm gonna watch out of my people. I'm gonna go down. Well, that's right. They had the Apocrypha was in the original King James.
Correct.
Like it was part of the Bible.
It is part of the Bible. Why would it be in there if it's not part of it? Wouldn't it serve
I
that?
have it in a different translation.
They would take it, they took it out. That's why it's not in some Bibles. And that's why it's in
Oh
others.
wait, you had answers over here.
You've never seen that?
Yeah, a long time. I didn't come down. I used to be here all the time, and in the past when you were over on the other square down there.
Right. No, I'm still
And-
over there too.
Okay.
Okay, now,
What was your name?
my name is Yashawan.
Yashawan,
Yep.
and I'm
Yashawan.
Ken.
Ken,
Yeah, that's a derivative of what my father picked.
like the Kenites.
Oh, I better check that out.
Yeah. Okay, where is King David? See, there's a statue of King David that is in Jerusalem. There it is, right there. That's King David, right? That statue is in Israel, in Jerusalem.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you see there? What does King David look like to you? He look like a nigger, don't he?
You know what?
Don't he look like? That's an actual statue.
Yeah. Okay.
That is in Israel right now. What's that doing
Now
there?
I've done a little world travel,
Okay.
and skin color
Right.
of your ancestors depended on how close they lived to the equator,
That's true.
because they get close.
Not true.
Well,
Not true. Not true. First of all, Adam was made of the dust of the ground, right? Okay. What color is the dirt? What color is the dirt?
They came out. We all came out of Central.
Hold on. No, it's not about where you came from. Because
Well,
Adam.
Even the
Hold on.
DNA today
It's
comes
not
out
about.
of.
It's not about the. Okay, you got the.
Kenya area. And that
Shouldn't the
stuff.
Eskimos that live in the snow, shouldn't they be white now? No, they're not. They're dark skinned people. Okay? The people that stole the southern tip of
They
Africa,
came up with
the South Africans, shouldn't they be niggers now? Shouldn't they be? No, what they are is
We
they're.
all have
No.
nigger ancestors. Actually.
Oh, wait.
Actually.
We do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Adam, right, who was the first man, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he was made of the dust of the ground. All you got to do is look at the dirt and see the color of the dirt, and you see what color Adam was.
Look like
You're
look
red.
like brothers
You're
to
red.
me.
You're red.
I gotta go.
You're red like the guy with the horns on his head.
We'll see you later.
All right, take it easy. So this is what happens, all right? You got to have a little fun with the devil. You got to remind him who he actually is and where he's going very soon. That right. The devil is going into captivity very soon, all right? Shackles, slavery, the whole thing. All right? And you got to remind him of that because they can no longer fool us, right? You got to have fun with him. See these guys all the time. They come out here. This is who I was talking about. You got little packs of Edomites that want to come out here to this side of town instead of being out there, you know, where Jake can't even go without being looked at crazy. They could come over here and spread all the lies that they want to, but they know. All right? He got to come up and do his little shuck and jive, and you can do that. If at all possible, live peaceably with all men. All right? And I have fun with these devils, and it's edifying sometimes, you know, to let the devil come up, all right, and say his little piece. And he didn't even know who delivered the children of Israel out of ancient Egypt. But you're going to go out here and you're going to spread lies, all right, when we're in the time of exposing lies and bringing down strongholds, all right? So anyway, back to the program. We were at Jeremiah 30 and 7. Let's go back there. All right. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. So, and this is what I was trying to ask the devil here. I'm like, you see what's going on? All right. Is this race war coming? Is it my imagination? You see what's going on out here. Okay. You see what's going on. Everybody sees it. You could act like you don't, but the time is coming where you can't walk down the street. We're not going to be able to have this conversation. Okay. Because he's going to be like this. No, it's that time that I got my sword, and he's going to come down here and try to take Jake out. But by that time, the famine of the word will have removed us. Because all of this is happening simultaneously. The time where you can't walk down the street because it's chaos out here, all right? We're going to be removed out of this thing. They're taking down channels and pages left and right, heralding the time of the famine of the word. All right, so they'll be just as you're going to have Jakes looking for the men of the Lord, right, for information, for instruction. You're going to have devils out here out hunting us. Right? Not knowing that the real hunting season starts right after the famine. All right? You're going to be the hunted. You're going to be the chased rebel in that day. All right? So anyway, we are in the time of Jacob's trouble. So the Edomite comes up and he can say the word nigger freely. As long as you understand, if you calling yourself a Christian, that word goes back to the word nigger. All right? Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. All right? And he understands that. Okay? Then I showed him the picture of David with the harp in Jerusalem. All right? Oh, I've been to Israel. You have? And you didn't see this? You missed the best part. Okay? You missed the best part of the journey. Okay? Because they lied to you, made you believe that somehow you got anything to do with Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and you don't. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. We got that right now. That word rumor again goes back to reports. All right? News reports. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. The end is not yet. It is even at the door, but hey, we're not finished yet. It's not over with. All right? We got to make it through Jacob's trouble. You have to endure until the end. But the end is not yet, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. See? They're going to be out here with their little Roscoe trying to take us down because they're going to be offended. All right? The truth is going to offend them. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. All right? Meaning you ain't going to be able to walk up and down the street without somebody sizing you up. Right? Or thinking that they have to defend themselves. It's going to be dog eat dog out here. Jacob's trouble. All right? Curfews. Okay? Martial law. Slock it. All right, it's gonna be crazy out here. All right, let's see how crazy. It's the book of Daniel 12:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, Jacob's trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right? So those words are not going to lose their importance. All right? It's a very significant paragraph letting you know of the crazy and chaotic times that are knocking at the door. That is even at the door. All right? Let me go back to Matthew. This guy right here. He's got some. That's that damn Edomite in the golf cart, who's the slave driver for all the what do they call that? Work. What do you call that when you work after you get a ticket? It's called something service. Not customer service, but I forget the name of this escape already. But me and him, I had to cuss him out a couple of times and let him in. Community service. It's Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Meaning you ain't going to be able to walk up and down the street without being in imminent danger. All right? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. All right? So, you got to endure this thing. You have to make it all the way through Jacob's trouble. That should be in your prayers. Yahweh Shem Yahushua, allow me to endure till the end of Jacob's trouble, and then before the missiles destroy Babylon the Great, have me beamed up onto to the chariots of Israel to be saved from the destruction below. All right, something that, of that nature. All right, we're gonna jump down to 21. Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Let you know that the elect are going to be saved out of this. They're the ones that are going to endure to the end. They're the ones that are going to get beamed up. All right? So, this is where we're at right now. Okay? Jacob's trouble has indeed begun. And you got these devils walking by acting like they're cool, and you know that they're not. Why? Because we've been instructed to never trust our enemy. For as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right? We have instructions on how to make it through Jacob's trouble. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Okay? You got to know that they hate you and want to kill you and have plans to kill you. We're in that time where Esau said, now shall I slay my brother Jacob. Because we haven't gotten to that part yet. All right? They got plans going back to the King Alfred plan. Back to Rex 84. They got plans. See, they're proud as they can be. They think they got this thing on lock. See, but they don't know the Most High ain't dealing with it. He made you proud. Okay? And your pride is the end of you. The very end. Proud devil is all you can be. That's what you were made to do. Though your excellency mount up to heaven, paraphrasing. Thence shall the Most High bring your raggedy caveman ass down. All right? And we can't wait to see that. We can't wait to witness it. All right? Happy shall he be to see the downfall, of his enemy. And I'm paraphrasing. I'm confabulating there. This is Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. All right, so hey, if you don't hate instruction, you can make it through this thing. All right, so we're in Jacob's trouble right now. Okay? And we got to make it through that thing. All right, here comes the goddamn work brigade, community service. I'm sure right after the slave driver on the golf cart, I'm sure he sent him right over here. To make a goddamn racket. This is Isaiah 19. And 1, the burden of Egypt. And Egypt is synonymous with Babylon the Great. This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified. So it's talking about Babylon the Great. The burden of Egypt. This is Isaiah 19 and 1. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. All right? That swift cloud, we're going to get to that. All right? That swift cloud is the fathership. A huge mountain. All right? That Yahushua is flying up upon and going to destroy this place. All right? But not before these Egyptians destroy themselves. All right? We're finally beginning to see some niggas in the street screaming Black Lives Matter instead of a bunch of Idumeans. That's what I'm noticing this year. Okay, you got Jake finally out there, because for years now, it's been nothing but the red people speaking on our behalf. All right, along with the Moes, right, who don't even represent us. Those 2/3 are not speaking on our behalf. They're buying up real estate with the money that they got from the devil. And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence. All right, you got they've taken down the statues in the south, Robert E. Lee and such. All right, and all of this shit is going to crumble when the chariots come back and start laser beaming the whole place. But it's already starting now. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. When them chariots come, when those the missiles come, right? Because Egypt, Slakia. Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. All right? So that's speaking of the Civil War. All right? It's going to be a civil war. It's going to be a nation war. Nation against nation. That word nation can be interchanged with race. Okay? You put it together. Because what you want to do is you want to take this video and cut it up and try to use it against me. Do what you got to do. I stand on the side of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua no matter what. Okay? You don't know that you're walking straight into a death trap. The Most High is going to put you to death for coming up against his anointed. The ones that are out here pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect. Wow. Big ass geese in the middle of downtown. So these race wars these civil wars are coming. This is Matthew 10:34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household. All right? Hey. Chaos. Pure chaos. All right? The whole land is going to be unstable. Confusion. The name Babylon, the Great, meaning the land of great confusion. All right? That's where we are with it. All right? People are going to be completely confounded. All right? Completely. They're not going to know what to do because they don't have this wisdom and knowledge, which is the stability of these times, the times that we're in right now. All right? You think these guys out here on community service still doing wickedness? That's why they're doing community service. All right? They have no clue what is coming. They have no clue. But what I do see is that they will not say one word to me, because if they get caught talking to me, I already know that this walrus on the golf cart, he already instructed them, don't say nothing, da-da-da-da. That's why he's being cool with me. He's trying to see if I'm soliciting them instead of them soliciting me. Well, guess what? If they hear any of this good news, it's because Yahweh Hashem Yahushai set them forth to hear. And nobody can stop that. All right? Nobody can stop this word from going out. Anybody that walks by here and gets this word, that was the Most High's plan that he set inside you for the day. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Number one, it ain't his way. It's the Most High's way, or the highway. And a lot of you are going by way of the highway. All right, this is 2nd Esdras 13 and 31. I'll start at 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. What does it mean to be delivered? All right. That's where you get that word saved from. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending. All right, so, hey, we're in that time right now, because there's chaos all over the world. Not just right here in Babylon the Great. Are they standing up in the streets and marching and chanting and tearing shit up? That's all over the world right now. Okay? That's everywhere. And it ain't gonna end. They're gonna oppress the people more and more, and the people are gonna fight back. And then they're gonna fight each other. There's gonna be chaos in the streets. They're gonna try to lock it down with martial law. And World War III is vibrant right now. The only way that you can't see that World War III is happening before your eyes is if you stuck your head in the ground like an ostrich. Like a silly woman. Okay? Because when that war starts and there's lawlessness out here, all bets are off. Wouldn't want to be a woman in those days. Me, I'm not doing nothing. Not helping no women. Not coming against no women. I will be laughing at your calamity. Will be laughing. The Marines, the few, the proud. Okay? Hey, the Marines are going to take off the uniform in that. This is 2nd Ezra 14 and 15. 14 and 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature. It's time to man the hell up. And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. What times? Jacob's trouble. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come which thou hast seen. All right? Hey, it's finna get buck-ass wild out here. And if you're not ready, all right, and what does it mean to be ready? It means to have the instructions, the wisdom and knowledge to be able to make it through the straight gate, to be able to endure till the end. All right? It's a lot easier to get through a maze, if you will, a labyrinth, if you will, if you have the code, if you have instructions on how to get through it, if you know that you're about to go into it. Some people walk into a labyrinth or in a cornfield maze and don't even know that you've walked into a maze. All right? So knowledge and wisdom is the instruction of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah on how to get through this thing. And it's not given to everybody. All right? He revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. All right? We're the ones that can let you know what you must do. First, you got to understand you're an Israelite. Ain't no niggas making it into the kingdom of heaven. Ain't no niggas gonna be saved, including Esau the nigga. Now you claiming to be a nigga. Now you want to be down. Second Ezra 15 up from the top. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. All right, so right there. All right, right there. What are we telling the people? Oh, well, God loves you? No. We're telling you that the end is here and there's going to be a lot of killing. And if you don't take heed to these instructions, you ain't going to make it. All right? Death, destruction, lamentations, and woe. Not God loves you. All right? Why did they kill the prophets in the first place? Because they were out bringing tinsel and cheer to everybody? Why did they kill Yahushua? Because he was out there hugging and kissing and handing out flowers? No. That's your example. Yahushua is the example. He was out there lighting them up with the word. So much so, they had to beat and scourge him and hang him by a tree. And these devils are trying to hide the true Yahushua. And the men of the Lord are acting and doing as they're instructed to go ye into the highways and the hedges and lift up your voice like a trumpet and shake the hand. Not shake hands, but exhort with all long suffering. Second Ezra 15 and 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. All right? Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speaketh against thee. These Edomites, you two-third ass jakes. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Hey, mass death is at the door. This is what it means to make it through Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is going to ramp up. World War III is going to explode. Martial law. Take this Maxine Waters. All right? Do what we tell you to do while we take away your freedoms, which you never had, but you're going to know it now. Curfews, boundaries, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. All right? This is 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. See, there's, not only World War III going on, but chaos in your own country. All right? This is going on everywhere in the world right now. Insurrections, all right? Sedition, all right? The calm before the storm. When Donald Trump was talking about the calm before the storm. What storm? The storming of the Capitol building. Okay? What was that? What was the storming of the Capitol building? That's an insurrection. Spoken of, prophesied in the scriptures that we're watching come to pass right now. And that's just the beginning. What are they going to do? All right? The kids are talking about going back to school in August. August is a long time away. They're waiting for the heat to heat up. People are going to lose their mind with all this heat. They turn down the electricity and burn your ass up. You got the West Coast wildfires coming. It's no longer the California wildfire. It's the West Coast wildfires. Like the West Coast relays, right? Now it's the West Coast wildfires. The whole West Coast is going to be on fire. And what will it be if it already be kindled? All right? Hey, it's getting hot out here right now. It's hot out here right now. And it's what? April? Oh, it just turned May. Okay. Shit. It's gonna be hot as hell out here. Second Ezra 15 and 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, like this prideful Edomite who keeps walking back and forth, looking at me, crazy. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Men shall be afraid to walk up and down the street for fear of not knowing what this other guy's. People are going to be desperate. What do you got? You got a wallet? Do you got a gun? Who are you? What can I take from you? Or what are you going to take from me? You're not going to want to see nobody in that day. You're going to stay in the house. You're going to be creeping. You're going to wait until it's dark. You're going to try to avoid everybody. Second Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right? That's heavy. All of this is, we're still in Jacob's trouble. All right? And as Jacob's trouble progresses, and World War III progresses, all right, then comes the final war, which is Michael and his angels fighting against Satan and his angels. So there's a lot of chaotic time, right, that we got to make it through right now. And every day it gets closer and larger. Okay? And you got to set your mind about it. That's why we come out here and say this over and over and over to get you ready. This is the real doomsday prepping right here. You prepare your mind, all right? You prepare your mind to have faith, hope and faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shah. That's what's going to get you through this, not storing food. not uh, uh, compiling ammunition. Stockpiling is what I meant. It's not stockpiling ammo and guns. It's not going to do nothing. First of all, our weapons of war are not carnal. They're spiritual. It's a spiritual war. So you got to get your spirit right. All right? If you're spiritual, you know that the only way to make it through this is through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. And then you don't worry about it. Okay? You might die. It's okay. If you understand the playbook, if you've done your homework and studied to show yourself approved, you'll win the game. All right? And when I say game, it's an analogy. It ain't no goddamn game. It's all reality. And only the spiritual, right, are going to make it. Only the elect of Israel are going to make it. Plain and simple. And in order to understand the playbook, you got to hear it from a man of the Lord. He's got to break it down to you. And then you get in there, and then you follow the instructions and be steadfast. Because, hey, many motherfuckers are gonna bitch up in this time because you ain't ready. You wasn't trying to hear the instruction. Really, you was holding on to Babylon the Great. You want this place to continue on, and it ain't. It's pretty clear right now what is about to happen, and that nobody can turn it back. This is 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 15 and 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the Most High shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. All right, so hey, right now, Ishmael is over there talking about, hey, you Amalekites need to get the fuck out of our area. All right? Because if we all came together, and get some payback after what you did in 67, you know what it's going to be. And we're watching that play out right now. Them Arabs are going to come together. And then Carmania, which is Persia. It's a city in Persia. Second Ezra 15 and 30. Also the Carmanians raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boar of the woods. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. All right, so hey, this thing is going down. We see the Carmanians right now jumping up, jumping bad right now. They are jumping bad. Because they're saying, art thou also become as weak as we? Hey, we got these missiles, we got these ICBMs, we got nukes. Let's do this. We're finna call your bluff. You punked us around for long enough. Let's tear some shit up. All right? So now we're in World War III. And simultaneously, Jacob's trouble, you got to make it through the end. Jacob's trouble is going to come to an end at the end. Right when the missiles are in the end. We're still going to be troubled on every side. So Jacob's trouble comes to an end when the missiles are in the air. When the ICBMs are in the air, that's the end of Jacob's trouble. He that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. It's going to go all the way, and the righteous shall scarcely be saved. All right? And you got Christians out here acting like they're warning the people. Well, they don't even know the story. You don't even know what it means to be saved. In order to be out here pushing 100% truth, you got to be, to the layman, you got to be looking like a damn fool. You got to be looking like a conspiracy theorist. Why? Because this devil done did such a good job of turning things upside down. When you say the chariots of Israel, right? When you say UFO, you looking like you crazy. Well, it wasn't me that wrote the old Negro spiritual, Swing Low Sweet Chariot. It wasn't me that wrote the song that everybody knows but doesn't understand, She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain. It wasn't me. But when you get into that and find out what they're talking about, it's talking about Yahushua coming back and whooping ass. And them songs go back 400 years and earlier. All right? Somebody knew the truth. All right? So we're looking directly upon World War III. This draft should be coming up at any time right now. All right? I watched this movie, I forgot what it was, with, what's this guy? Killmonger. This nigga, what's his name? I forget his name, but he had a new movie out on Amazon Prime. I forget the name of the movie, but I watched it last night, and it was about starting a war with the Medes, right? And it's all biblical. Because the Medes ultimately are the ones that are going to take Babylon the Great down. All right? The Medes are. Okay? Yahweh Shem Yahushai is too. But them missiles, right? Them missiles, though, the bulk of them are going to come from the Medo-Persians, meaning the Russians, the Chinese, those Moabites over there, and Iran. And to think, and to believe a story that somehow Iran doesn't already have nukes. You got to be stupid to play into that scenario. All right. So the Third World War is on and cracking. All right. And right at the end of well, halfway through, all your allies are going to turn on you. They that such as be at peace with thee have laid a snare under you, because they hate you too. There's nothing left here. There's no more goods. You ain't buying up no more goods. Not while you're trying to bring in this new currency and convince everybody that if they don't play by your rules of the new one world currency, or if you can't run the show, then there's going to be a problem. So they're going to turn on you in the end. And everybody's going to shoot their missiles over here. Even Ammon. This is 2 Chronicles 15 and 6. And nation was destroyed of nation, and city of city, for the Most High did vex them with all adversity. All right? Hey, well, we're coming into those times right now again. This happened once upon a time. It's about to happen again right now. This is Revelation, the 9th chapter. Revelation 9 and 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. All right? So, letting you know, that prophecy has come and gone. All right? Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right? Y'all want to film right here?
Yeah.
You
It's
wanna
okay.
do it?
I need this app right here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got Ishikar out here. Ishikar came to film. This is Revelation 11. Oh, I read 11 and 14. So the third woe, we're looking at it. All right? We're looking at the third woe right now.
Shoulder, not back. Like that. Yeah, just like that. Bring it to me. And 1, 2. Bring your head just towards me a little bit. Chin down a little bit. Turn chin this way. Right, that's perfect. Ready? 1, 2, and got it. Good. Okay. Next.
This is Joel 3 and 2.
All right.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among all nations and parted my land. All right? Hey, that's going on right now. And back to that draft. You think that thing ain't coming? After watching that movie last night, okay? It's a good movie. I forgot what it was called though. Damn. Anyway, the Most High is gathering all nations right now into the valley of indecision, where he's going to judge. He's going to judge these fools.
You're on this side? The other hand? And the other hand up.
This is Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Well, that's what Iran is saying right now. Iran is saying, look, okay, you had your fun since 67 when you stole this land, right? And talking about the least of the flock, who was over there stirring this thing up. Really, it's the Most High drawing them into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat.
Bring that one back.
All right?
And then that one forward.
Yahweh's judgment.
Okay, ready? 1. Okay, here.
All right? The valley of
1,
indecision.
2, and 1, 2, and
All right? So, hey, we're watching these prophecies jump off. How could you not want to get yourself in order right now? You got to repent right now. That's the only way out of this thing. It's going to go down bad.
bring that foot forward.
It's going to go down bad.
And that one back. Like that. Okay. Put your hair on this side. There. Perfect. Awesome. Turn your head towards me. Chin down. Tilting. 1, 2.
It says, let the weak say I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Letting you know that once that war is on and cracking real good, all right, hey, they're going to have to come together to fight against Michael and the angels, against Yahushua and the angels. All right? It's going to go down bad. Great destruction and great death. And if that draft gets you, you're pretty much a goner. You're dead. It's basically a death sentence. All right? Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow. For their wickedness is great, multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right? Hey, judgment. We're in the day of great judgment right now. All right?
Ready? Right here? You can go right there. Stand right there.
All right, so
One, and then we'll get rid of it.
this is
Right here. Right in the middle, right?
this is when right? This is right
Like
when
a little off the side.
the third woe was kicking off in
Down,
earnest.
down low, right there, perfect. Just like that.
Yahushua, Michael, and the angels are going to make their appearance. All right? And the real showdown is going to happen.
That one right there. Push it back just a little bit. There you go.
The real showdown. All right? So I would like to get into the chariots. Swing low, sweet chariot, but you know what? I'm going to let Issachar and them do their thing out here. So let me just get a couple, and I'll go ahead and close it up. This is 2nd Ezra 13.
1, 2, and good job. 1, 2, and
All right, because this is when Yahushua comes back into the picture. All right, brother, give me about 5 more minutes. I'm gonna give it to you.
oh no, don't worry. Yeah. Okay.
This is 2nd Ezra 13 and 1. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed the dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof.
What?
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. That's Yahushua coming back, and what they call cracking them clouds. Okay? That's how Jake been saying it for years. And when Yahushua come back and crack them clouds, okay? Well, this is the prophecy.
1, 2,
And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it feeleth the fire. Now this is talking about the weapon systems that are on the chariots. He's coming back burning and tearing shit up. All right, so people think that this is, some kind of, glorious day. Woe unto them that desired the day of the Lord. All right? Woe unto you. You're going to be so scared. It's nothing like you've ever seen. All right? 2nd Ezra 13 and 5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. All right, so that's in the middle of the third woe. These fools are going to say, well, wait a minute. Why are we over here getting wiped out? What army is this? They go, oh, well, this is more important than everything that we're fighting about. All right? Everything that they're fighting about, they got to come together and do their best, and yet durst fight. 2nd Ezra 13 and 6. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. All right? She'll be coming around the mountain. Talking about that fathership. But I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. Most High put the spirit on them to fight anyway.
Lean your shoulder into that beam.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been, a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. All right. Afterwards I saw the same man come down from the mountain, call unto him another peaceable multitude. All right. That's talking about let's talk about the elect, which he came to save. All right, so we're just going to read Wisdom of Solomon real quick, and I'm going to give it to Issachar over here. All right? So, and that's what it means to be saved, right? We're coming into that time right now. But right now, we're still out here fulfilling the last of the prophecies that have yet to come. One being that mark in your right hand or in your forehead. All right? That all goes along with Jacob's trouble. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. All right? And the strangeness is talking about them chariots when they come to beam us up. All right? Get this last one in Revelation.
Hands apart. Yeah. Forward, right, perfect. One. Chin up a little bit. One, two, good. One, two, good. Got it. By yourself? Yeah. On check. One foot forward, one foot back, just like that. Put that hand and get fix that one here. And turn your chin this way towards me. One more. Perfect. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and on this side. Couples, can you get couples going?
We're going to close it out with this. The book of Revelation. Because this is how we're getting out of here. Revelation 11:12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High of heaven. All right? So that's where we are with it. This is what we're looking forward to. This is what it means to be saved. All right? So with that, I'm going to read Philippians and we're going to go. It's Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more, in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right? So with that, we can say all praises due to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Hashem Rakal, Quadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, including the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity. Shalom.